Hey brick fans, and welcome to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked and most our bricks are medium rare. Today we're having a look at the 6381 Motor Speedway from 1987, which is a set that consists of 185 parts and 5 minifigs. I vividly remember the Christmas in the late 80s or early 90s where I got this set, back when everything was brown, made of hessian and teak for some reason. But without further ado, let's get to it. I actually like these cars very much. The simplicity of them is great. They still capture the essence of a Formula car. They're a bit go-kartish maybe, but I actually like them. I don't know why the red driver has to be in the blue car, the blue driver in the red car, but yeah, well that's the way it is. This base plate is the first base plate I remember having. I don't know how interesting that is, but it is the first one I ever had. And actually, yeah, it might be a bit discolored here, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. This is the finished Motor Speedway, and I find this set to be very, very effective. It's very, very simple in the things that it does, but it does it very, very effectively. There are, of course, first of all, the small race cars, the number 2 and number 3, which I find very, very effective because they are not that complicated. I like the slanted spoiler here in the back, and the fact that they've actually managed to put in some exhaust pipes as well is actually quite interesting. They are identical except for the colors, of course. Then we've got the pit lane. The pit lane has some very essential tools for doing a pit stop. The extra spare wheels, some tools to change the wheels, some gasoline in a can, and of course a fire extinguisher should there be any kind of accident in the pit. What's really interesting over here is, of course, this slanted roof, which might be using some of the illegal building techniques. Then there's the arch here where the stop and go lights are actually mounted, and of course the little minute counter up here as well. Then there's the other side of the build where the commentator box or the race director box is, and he can make small announcements on his loudspeaker, and he can keep track of the race on his computer in here. Then lastly there is the cameraman and his camera. I really like this camera, and the printed piece that's on here makes the camera seem a bit more old-fashioned than it might have been in the 80s when this set is from, but it's very effective at communicating what it is, so I find that really very cool. Then there are the minifigs. This is the blue race car driver, which is very interesting. He's got that zipper. Then there is the classic sportsman race car driver with the red helmet. He is a classic. I think I have a lot of these actually somewhere. There is the commentator, speaker, race director type guy with the blue jacket and white shirt and blue tie. There's the mechanic that seems to be somewhat confused as he's holding up both signs. And then lastly there is the photographer, which might be one of the more classic shirts that he is wearing. That was the 6381 Motor Speedway from 1987. I'd been waiting for some time to build this one because there was a couple of pieces missing. Mainly it was this guy's blue helmet that was gone, and now I've found one locally so he can go racing again. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you guys next Monday.